Well, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Stone Valley here on Farming Simulator 22. We have made it to January, and the snow is covering the ground. You see, I have a load of hay here on the trailer, and you may wonder why I'm taking this off away from the farm. Well, I'm clearing out the old hay. We've had this hay now for quite some time, so we haven't gone through it as fast as, well, I thought we would. So we're getting rid of some of it. We're going ahead and selling it because hopefully we'll be getting some fresh hay this year with the alfalfa. So we're going to take this off. We've already taken a couple loads off. I had quite a bit of hay. Didn't realize just how much hay we had in the barn. So we've taken that off, and we're getting it sold. What have we done over the fall and early winter? Well, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. After me and Tiny got that corn harvesting contract completed, we got all of that done. We actually ended up with a little bit of excess corn from the contract, so we brought that down and put it in a silo. Figured I'd hang on to it for a little while, let the prices come up. And so that's what we did. We still had the augers and everything set up, so it wasn't no big deal. Just bring it down to the farm and get it in the silo. So that worked out in our favor. We made a little bit of money on the contract. And we also did a couple other contracts. We had a plowing contract and a cultivating contract. We had the equipment to do both of those, so we just did it. So we did it and got a little bit of money there. Not a whole lot off of those contracts, but every little bit helps. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this sold here. And then we'll head on back down to the house. We've been getting about $10,000 per trailer load here, so not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. So let me get this sold here. We'll see you back down at the farm. Well, we have just made it back down here to the farm, and we're going to get this trailer put here in the barn. You see the pine trees have grown again. They are just shooting up like weeds. Trying not to pull into the alfalfa there when I turn around here. It's a little bit tight. We may have to think about changing up the shape of this field a little bit. Alright, we'll just leave the trailer hooked up to the truck for now. If you remember, we had the hay double rows out to about here, so I had quite a bit. We've picked it all off of the side of the barn, and we have just a few bales left. I think that will be enough to get us by until we get some new hay. I'm using about two of the hay bales per load in the TMR mixer, and so that's 5 loads, I think, there left in the barn, so that should be plenty. And let's take a look over here at the silage pit. You see, we still have quite a bit of silage. We probably could sell some of this. We're not going through this as quick as I thought either, so still quite a bit of silage left. We do have a mountain of snow. I cleared off the area here in front of the silage pit so we could get in and out, and so I just stacked it over there. So what we need to do today is we have some corn ready to sell, and I've already got the auger put under the bin here. So we're going to bring the truck around. Actually, I need to go grab the truck out of the barn here. We are going to take some corn off. The other thing we're going to do is we have these pro boxes in here, and that auger is a seed treating auger. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make some seeds and just store it in these boxes here. So let me go grab the truck here. You may be wondering, what is going on with Tiny, Randy, Miss Betty? Well, Tiny's doing good. He has picked up some work. He's picked up some work there at his shop. It took him a little while to get Randy's truck fixed up after he had messed it up. So he spent some time doing that. There was an issue though. Randy couldn't pay him. I'm really not sure why Tiny agreed to fix his truck, to be honest with you. But he did, and so it cost him a little bit of money to get parts, spend the time doing it, and then Randy just really had no way to pay him. Miss Betty was going to pay him, but I told her, I said, listen, let's let Randy earn this. So what we did is I ended up paying Tiny for the parts and his time. And Randy is now going to work for me until he gets that debt paid off. So he has worked a little bit already, but it's been cold, not a whole lot going on here. But he is going to be down here working the farm and trying to work off his debt to me. It's not a whole lot, but I figure a few weeks of work without pay will be enough to cover it. And that maybe will help him to realize that every action has a consequence. Anyhow, we got Randy on board. So the other thing that has changed around the farm too is Tiny told me that he is very appreciative of the work, since his little repair shop up there just doesn't get a whole lot of work. So he's been very appreciative of it, and he is just getting a little bit older, and it's just too much. It's too much for him. He's having some health problems with, well, mainly his back. Just having trouble with his back and sitting in the tractor so long and doing some of the heavy lifting around the farm. But he still wants some work. So what I've decided to do, I think he's earned it. I really do. He has proven himself as a very dependable person. And so I think what we're going to do is make him our farm manager. He's going to manage the farm for me, manage the farmyard, and basically supervise Randy. He's going to teach Randy everything he needs to do, and kind of keep an eye on him for me. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give him a little bit of a raise and let him do that. That way he won't have to do so much of the work himself, and that'll take a little bit of the load off me. I won't have to worry about so much of the day-to-day stuff. So he's going to take care of that, managing the greenhouses, selling the honey and things like that. Just the little things, feeding the cows, horses. That way I don't have to worry about it and can focus on some other things, like making the right turn at the right location. So we're headed down here to the fast food restaurant. I guess they must grind this up into some cornmeal and make their hush puppies out of it. You see, Tiny has Randy's truck there loaded up, so he's going to take it down there to Miss Betty's farm. Randy, well, he can't drive right now because he doesn't have no money to pay for insurance. So he is without a vehicle, unable to drive. Alright, we're going to find out where these folks want this corn piled up, and we'll see how much they're going to pay me for it. That's the most important part. Well, we're back down here at the farm getting another load. $6,000 for that load of corn. Not a whole lot, but this only holds so much. It's not a whole lot in this truck bed here, so I guess not too bad. Gonna make a couple loads here. We're gonna get rid of some of this corn, but before we empty the silo here, I want to make some seeds. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this load taken off here, and then we'll see what we have left, and see about getting some seeds made up to put in these pro boxes. That way we'll have seeds for the spring, and then we can sell the rest of the corn. So let me run this down here, get it sold, and we'll get set up to do a little bit of seed making. Alright, we're back here at the farm, and I'm going to tote some of these boxes around here. I've already put a little bit of seed treatment in the auger there. I didn't want to put too much because we want to make these seeds, and then be able to take the rest of the corn off. You may wonder why I'm selling a lot of the goods. Well, right now is the best time to sell the corn. And the hay we just didn't need a whole lot of, so that's what we're doing. But there's another reason, actually. So, since Randy can't drive right now, and he's got to work off his debt, he's actually staying up there at Miss Betty's. I know, she does so much for him, and he doesn't really deserve it, but she's got a kind heart. She's letting him stay up there, trying to help him get on his feet. So Randy, he just walks down here. It's not that far. That or rides a bike when he needs to work. But Miss Betty actually ended up staying here through this winter. She normally goes home. She normally goes down to Florida to visit with her sister and stay with her while it is cold up here. She doesn't like the cold, but she is down here through this winter, and there's a reason why. She's selling her property. She is calling it quits here in Stone Valley. She wants to move away, move down to Florida with her sister, and enjoy the warmth and sunshine. So she is selling her property. She just had some things she needed to get done, a lot of packing and things like that. She's had some yard sales, just getting rid of some stuff, and so that's taken up a lot of her time. She's offered me first shot at buying the place. She's said if I want it, I can buy it. She's given me a price. She'd rather do that and not have to go through a realtor and all of that. I'm really considering it, but I need some money. I've already talked to the bank. They're willing to loan me what I need to purchase her property, but I am trying to get more of a down payment so that my loan is not so high and I can save a little bit on interest, and my payments will be a little bit lower. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to make a little bit of cash here, see what we can scrape up, and then we may buy Miss Betty's place. Probably will. The little house that we have there down in between the fields is just not cutting it. The wife is not pleased with it, and she wants something else, a little nicer, and not so far back off the road behind the cow pen. So I understand. So we had looked at actually building a house up there where we bought the little parcel where the old barn was, and we got to looking at cost of building, how long it's going to take, and then of course Miss Betty's property came up for sale, which already has a house, very nice house, and more storage, and that's something that I really need around here, some storage. And so we have that. I was going to have to put in some sheds like it was, And so this will save me some cash on putting sheds in. Kind of just works out all around. So I believe that's what we're going to be doing, is buying Miss Betty's property. How are we not getting anything in here? Let's see, is this thing empty? Maybe it's not quite lined up. Alright, maybe that one's got a hole in it or something. Let's try this one here. Oh, you know what? This thing may be empty. Well, that's why it wasn't making seeds. It didn't have any more juice. Let's get the juice in it. There we go. We have some seed making action there. So buying Miss Betty's property leaves another issue. Where does Randy stay to be able to work on the farm? Well, I've offered him that little house there in the field. He can stay there and he can work the farm. He wouldn't have to drive anywhere till he can get some money made or start making some money so that he can get some insurance again. So I think that's what we're going to do. Hopefully all of this does not come back to bite me in the butt. Alright, we got all of the pro boxes filled up with seed, and we put the rest of it here in the back of the truck. And we'll go get this sold here somewhere. I'm sure somebody will buy some seeds. And then we'll continue on hauling off the corn. Well, we just got done signing the papers. Miss Betty has already moved everything out, and she is headed down to Florida. The place is mine. We have bought the Stone Valley farm, and we're going to be moving in here. This will be our new base of operations. We still have the cattle farm down there, but we have this here. Now we have some more sheds, a little bit more land. I do have a hole I need to fill in. So we get to keep the dog. Miss Betty couldn't take him with her because the condo that she's going to be staying in doesn't allow pets. So we have us a dog. So new beginnings, sorta. Very excited to see what this opportunity may bring. We have a nice house, more storage, more land. Did end up having to take out a $400,000 loan. So we got some substantial debt now. But I was at about $120,000 in the bank, so I was able to pay down. I just put $100,000 on the land. So that just left me with the about $400,000 that we needed. So total $500,352 is what it cost me to buy this plot. The home site and the barns is actually a separate parcel from the field over there. So it was two parcels, but all in total $500,000. So we have us a new plot. More to come. I am actually going to run down and go ahead and load up those sunflowers, or the majority of them. The price is good right now. We're going to go ahead and sell them. Just check the price list, and everything is at the peak right now. So we're going to go ahead, get those loaded up, and get them sold. That'll give us a little bit of cash back in our pocket. But the Stone Valley farm is now mine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you hadn't done so already, As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope each of you have a blessed day.